glass of craft beer, we can do this. Yeah.
What's good, y'all? This is C-Certified BrewHead, and welcome to the first ever edition of a brand new segment we're calling Drink This, Not That. See how I said not that? Look at you.
Yeah.
You like that? That's good.
That's funny.
Can you let the people know who you were?
Yes. I mean, you probably know who I am.
You already know. But just for the three people who don't know.
I am Nathan. On social, I'm Nathan Does Beer, and I am the BAOS blogger.
Yes, you are indeed. Thanks for hanging out, bro.
Oh, thanks for having me. It's good to be here again.
Yes, it's always a pleasure to have you here. So we figured, you know what, while Nate's in town, let's film some cool stuff in this brand new segment. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to take a style for each of our Drink This Not That videos. We're going to give you a list of all the macro beers under that style, and then we're going to give you a much, much, much better craft option for that style. The first style, what are we doing?
The first style we are doing is Pilsner.
Damn right.
And I'll add something else as well. It's
Yes.
it's not about judging people for what they like. Everyone likes what they like, but it's more if you are open to the option of the world of craft and want to try something from a local business that you might still enjoy. We got some options for you.
That's a great way to look at it. So positive. That's why I love Nate. So this particular video is sponsored by our good mates at Common Good. They are a brewery who also do a ton of contract brewing for other breweries out of Scarborough, Ontario, just outside of Toronto. They do some fantastic stuff. Really changed up their program recently. They got a brand new brewer. They've started rolling out a whole bunch of new beers. Fantastic Russian Imperial Stout that I really love. Some Haze, some Crispy Boys, including this one. This was their flagship beer back in the day, and they've kept this one around called the Sociable Pilsner. Very convenient.
Yeah.
That we're going to drink a Pilsner for this.
Lots of new branding and in their can labels and things like that too.
They're really doing some good stuff. It's super interesting, and I haven't had this beer for a while, but I love that it's still around. They've got like the nice gradient on the label, if you notice that.
I've also not had it in a while, but this one, the label is still the same as it's always been.
Really? It used to just be like the bottom color, like flat all the way. This is dark at the top. See how it's like gradient now?
Oh, is it? Okay, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
well, it's almost the same.
Subtle.
It's almost the same. Yeah, you're right.
Almost the same.
You can see it more in the camera there.
But very, very attractive. So, since we're going to be talking about Pilsners, we might as well drink one. So,
yeah, let's do it.
Let's briefly define what a Pilsner is, just because it can get a little complicated, and then you get into the BJCP and beer, so we don't want to go that crazy. It's not that kind of party. So here, basically, a Pilsner is a type of pale lager, a Czech pale lager, that comes under the lager umbrella. So it's a type of lager, and it's specifically from the Czech Republic, from the city of Pilsen, and it was invented or first produced in 1842 by Bavarian brewer Joseph Groll. Now, that's from Wikipedia, so I hope if anyone is like a Cicerone or whatever and tells me I'm lying, my bad. But so the original Pilsner is Pilsner Urquell. So if you guys are familiar with that, then you'll know what we're talking about. Let's take a sip of this one so we know how this beer goes down. It's looking super clear.
Oh,
you can read a book through that. Malty, a little bit sweet.
Yep.
Yeah. What are you getting there?
It's nice and clean, getting kind of like the bread crust kind of malt bill going on.
Well, get in.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, it's great. Crisp, clean, definitely malty,
Super clean,
earthy and grassy. I know that's a big thing for Pilsners. Usually,
it is
with the Saaz noble hop that gives it that. That's the traditional one.
Yeah.
So
this is this is one of those
accurate,
things
right?
that it is. I would say so. This is definitely what a lot of people think of when they think of Pils. They're thinking of lawnmower beer.
Yeah.
This is this would be your lawnmower beer for sure.
Absolutely, that's a great way to look at it. So we have a few different macro versions of Pilsners that you might be familiar with, you might be a fan of. Once again, some of these I'm not a fan of, but some of them are actually really good.
On the subject of Pilsner Urquell, we're not going to say don't drink Pilsner Urquell. It's the OG Pils. It's still brewed today. So, if you like Pilsner Urquell, keep drinking it.
Keep drinking it.
You can't go wrong with that.
Not at all. And an interesting point on that, Luke at Godspeed in Toronto, he actually has decided to not call any of his Czech beers that he's making, he's big into them, not calling them Pilsners. He's calling them a pale lager, Czech style pale lager, in honor of being the only beer that is allowed to be called a Pilsner, in his opinion, is Pilsner Urquell. I believe a bunch of people do share that. That is along the lines of anything that, kind of like, if it's not brewed in Cologne, it's not a Kolsch. If it's not made in Champagne, it's not a Champagne, and so on and so forth. So, Pilsner Raquel aside, some big beers that you'd be familiar with that are Pilsners, Stella Artois.
Yeah.
Used to like that back in the day. Beck's.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's that bad. I haven't had it for a while.
I haven't had it for a while either.
Might be good. Who knows?
I mean, I think it drinks like a lot of the
Euro
Pils
ones.
and
The Euro
those
ones
sort of
aren't
thing.
usually so bad. It's when it comes to kind of more the North American ones, and we found when we did the research for this that a lot of the North American sort of lagers that you would think of when you think of that aren't actually Pilsners. Most of them are actual lagers.
Yeah, it's true.
It's a whole other video.
Yep.
Labatt Blue and Blue Light,
Ugh.
which is not a great beer at all.
It's not.
That's Quebec's favorite. That is a big Canadian one that is available in the States. Lakeport Pilsner, that is very Ontario-centric.
That's very
Still around?
Ontario-centric. Yeah. Oh, it's absolutely still around.
That's like a buck of beer.
They were one of the buck of beer ones back in the day.
Right. Old OG buck of beers.
Yeah,
not
exactly.
Doug Floyd buck of beer.
No, exactly.
Another one is, I believe it's Molson, old style Pilsner.
That is Molson. Yeah.
The one with the white can with it's kind of hipsterish, you know when you see it.
Like the red label and the red design on the white label.
That's the one.
Yeah.
So, if you enjoy those beers, once again, no judgment here. If you mess with those beers and you'd like to just, you're open to trying out a craft alternative, we've got a bit of a list for you here, hence the phone referral. So the first one, of course, is Common Good Social Pilsner. This is really solid. Like I said, I haven't had this for a while. I'm really enjoying this. It's super, super nice.
Yeah. This is a good one to revisit.
Absolutely is. Steam Whistle. That one is available Canada-wide. They only make Pilsners up until last year.
Last year, where they started introducing the pale ale,
Pale ale?
which from what I've seen did not receive the best reception.
Oh, I saw they were discounted heavily at LCBO.
Doesn't seem to quite have the same traction as their original pills, and it is great. Like it's extremely reliable,
yes.
which is definitely what you're looking for.
Definitely, it's a little problematic in the green bottles when they travel and can get skunked. So that is a problem. But they do have them in cans, which kind of removes that. And if you go to the brewery, you can have the unfiltered version, which is fantastic.
I've still never had that.
Oh, it's really, really good.
Yeah, I've heard.
So maybe we'll stay in Ontario. Just pick the Ontario ones.
Yeah, sure. So. If a steam whistle kind of sits in a category of its own just because of its size and its reach. Mm-hmm. But if we were to drill down on some smaller options in Ontario, there would be probably pretty wide consensus that one of the best pills in Ontario comes from where I live. It's Tooth and Nail's Vim and Vigor.
Yes, classic beer.
Yeah.
Everybody consistently raves about it. If I ever see it on a menu, I grab it every time.
Yeah,
you can't say no to that.
Ottawa, if you don't know.
Yes.
So Tooth and Nail Brewery in Ottawa, Vim and Vigor, one of the best, most consistent pilsners you can get in Ontario.
100% agreed. Another one that you had here. There's a few Ottawa ones we have.
So another Ottawa one is from Stray Dog. They've got this one out right now. It's their Jagged Little Pills.
Great beer.
It is.
Really, really like it, and it's not year round.
It's not year round. It just got re-released right now, which is late February at the time we're taping. Hopefully it sticks around for a while longer because it's great and also a fantastic name.
Definitely, yeah, so good, and it was approved by Alanis' father. Fun fact, because she's from Ottawa.
That's right. And then one that I skipped over. So one from London, Ontario, from Anderson Craft Ales. Their seasonal release, Summer, was a German style pils, and it was just spectacular. Fantastic. That was a great summer crusher.
A little bit hazy, just really bold. It was a beautiful beer.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
So that's some Ontario. Actually, a couple more Ontario ones. Blood Brothers Belvoir. They initially did that.
Blood.
Wow, because I looked at Bellwoods.
I
spoiled the next one. Wow, everyone's looking at me. I said they're wrong, didn't they? The Bloodvar initially was in bottles, and they did it with. They added those amphor clay sort of things where you make mead in them, and they made little staves out of them, and they put the staves in the beer to give it like a more minerality element to it. And they took that. Believe they didn't continue that. Now it's in cans. Yep. So they're doing that. That's just a fantastic beer.
And you know what? Like a four pack of shorties on that is like just perfect for the style.
Yeah,
it was very reasonably priced too.
Super.
I remember. Yeah, I think it was something like $12.
Yeah, really.
But like that's also just like the best format.
Yeah, for the little crushes, I love it.
Yeah,
so good. Well, I spoiled the next one. Bellwoods Bellweiser. Fantastic. I love that Pilsner. So good, just clean and classic. They really, really nail it. And they do have a lot of the variants what they're doing with the escarpment lands with different yeast, which is kind of out of scope of this, but just if you're into exploring more into Pilsners, they're really doing some great stuff, and they keep bringing it back. They just brought back the ISA one, I believe, as well, which was really, really good. Super, super good. So those two are two of my favorites out of Toronto. So now moving around, let's go into Quebec.
Yeah.
One that you mentioned here, the Le Castor Pilsner.
That's right.
Phenomenal.
It is great.
I think they moved that into cans too. They did, right?
They did.
It was a 650 ml, a little bit pricey for a Pilsner than what most people would want to pay, particularly if you're coming from macro. But the quality is worth every penny.
And because it's Le Castor, that's one of the ones that is pretty widely available across the province in any depanners which sell beer.
Yep, agreed.
You can get it pretty widely, which is great.
And another one, unfortunately not as wide, is
Yeah.
Brasserie du Bar Canada's L'Aspiration. That is the most I've ever paid for a Pilsner.
Yeah.
But arguably, probably the most I've enjoyed it. And I've had a couple times since.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. When you take a sip, are you regretting
Yeah.
are you regretting the $8 that you spent on the can?
I didn't, luckily. And then I had it on tap, actually.
Exactly.
They brought it back and vice versa there. Had
Yeah.
it, and I saw that and I'm like, I grabbed that immediately. Very, very much enjoyed that. They only bring it around here and there. I wish they had it more often. Maybe at the brewery they have it.
I think at the brewery they actually have
most
it
of the
pretty
time.
regularly, if not all the
And they're
time.
up in Ottawa. Gatineau, sorry, on the Quebec side. So they're definitely worth checking
Yeah,
out.
they're just over the bridge for me, which is great.
Yeah, so convenient for you. Another place we're at today, Avant Garde. They have their Jet Set French Pilsner. Now, once again, slightly adjusted to the classic style because they do use French hops. I forgot the name of them, but it's still an exceptional Pilsner, and it would be very welcoming for somebody coming off macro pills and stuff and want to try something different. The last one we have on this list is in Vermont. We thought since we're sort of based, in this sort of northeast region here, we'll try and just sort of tackle Ontario, Quebec, and Vermont primarily. But the Von Trapp Pilsner and their Hoppy Pilsner, woof, a brewery that pretty much just makes Crispies.
Yeah.
It's exceptional. That's all they do. They do all German and Austrian stuff. I believe Austrian, because I know that's where the family's from, unless I'm making that up. There's Austrian style Pilsners, but either way, their Hoppy Pilsner was one of the best I've ever had. It's that slightly off style, but their classic straight down the line one is great. And I think they're a really good one because you can try a Helles Lager, a Kolsch Pilsner, a Vienna Lager, all side by side.
Yep.
On the surface, you might feel they're the same kind of beer, but they're very, very different. You don't realize it till you're there.
Yep. While we're on the subject now of breweries that just do basically do lagers, I'll give a quick shout out to another one of my local ones, Braumeister, who have been around for a couple of years now in Carleton Place.
Okay.
Just do German style lagers.
Amazing.
And they've also got a pretty sweet pills there as well.
All right, that's up in Ottawa.
Yeah, that's in Carleton Place, which is about a 45-minute drive west of Ottawa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Worth checking out. That's if you want to really get deep in the game.
Yeah.
So that is pretty much the first episode. Drink This Not That. So if you enjoy macro pilsners, then hopefully some of these options are available to you, or at least get you thinking about trying something different. Nate, thank you for hanging. I appreciate you. Where
Thanks
can
for
everybody
having me.
find you online?
So you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Nathan Does Beer, and you can also find me on the BAOS blog.
Damn right. That is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, smash the thumbs up, hit subscribe below, and hit the notification bell.
Ding!
So you know when the new drops. Follow us on social media at BAOS Podcast, and check out the long form audio we just released at the timing right now. We just released our first themed podcast season. We have many more to come. We're working on a whole bunch of stuff. Super excited. So go subscribe and rate and review everywhere. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that good stuff. That is it, y'all. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Get it in ya.